big weekend of NCAA cross country. We had some movers, some shakers in the rankings.
A few people that disappointed us a little bit.
But who stood out to us?
On the women's side.
I will tell you. The Washington women, they didn't race this weekend. They raced last weekend at Sun Dodger, their home meet. But I think their results may have been a little overlooked. They had a 20-second spread between 1 through 5, but 2 of those athletes were unattached, true freshmen. So hey, they're now 7th in the Saucony Flow 50. SMU, 2nd to BYU. These teams moving up at Virginia Panorama Farms. Now, that wasn't as deep of a field on the women's side as the men's side, but they won and they were 2nd, and they weren't ranked before, and now they're 24th. Portland. Now we knew the Portland men had a chance of winning that Roy Griak Invitational, but the women, I don't think we were talking about them at all, Adam. Lauren LaRocco, the All-American last season, gets 3rd at Griak behind Brenna Peliquin, number 2, and number 3, Erin Finn. So guess what, Lauren, you're ranked in the top 10 now, as is your team. They had great performances though. 3 in the top 10. Ooh. No other team can say that this weekend at Roy Griak. And there were a lot of teams at Roy Griak, but men.
A lot of teams. I'm going to borrow these from you.
Yes.
I'm going to put BYU men. Ooh, Ed Eyestone's boys. They shocked the world at UVA Panorama Farms. They took down number 1 Stanford, number 2 Syracuse.
Yeah.
Who saw that coming? BYU. Podium
not
team?
Jordan Mack.
Podium team? Also, we had Portland. Again, you talked about it, Roy Griak. Both teams, they swept that Roy Griak Invitational. They had 5 men in the top 25.
Yeah, I mean, just really impressive. A team that didn't even make the NCAA meet last year after getting 3rd the year before. But I think, they got some newcomers. They got some people coming back from redshirt. Rob Connor's boys looking pretty good.
Last but not least, I like Iowa State.
Yes.
I'm a native from Iowa, so I got to give some love to Iowa State. They go from not ranked to number 16 again. A huge performance at Roy Griak. They had a 5-second spread between their 1 through 5 runners. Redshirt freshman Thomas Pollard ran strong. Freshman Andrew Jordan. Woo! Iowa State, welcome to the Saucony Flow 50.
Yeah, seriously, it was not an easy race for anyone. You saw a lot of top men and women just struggle in the rain.
It's a little muddy.
It was muddy. But shout out to Andrew Jordan, one of the best freshmen in the game right now. Some people who we thought maybe would have done a little bit better.
Yeah.
So Penn State, they beat a lot of people at Roy Griak, and their top 3, including Tessa Barrett, the returning All-American, they were only 3 seconds apart, but their 4th and 5th runners about a minute behind their top 3. You gotta get better there. Michigan, Erin Finn, she was 2nd and definitely proved that she can run with the best of them, including Brenna Peliquin, but the rest of their team just kind of fell back. They were only 5th as a team. Michigan State, they were 2nd, so yeah, that's great, 2nd behind Portland. But Rachel Schulis, someone who we thought was going to be, a top 10 contender, didn't look like a top 10 contender this year or this weekend. She was only 3rd on their team, and this is a race that she's placed 5th in twice.
Good news for the Big Ten, though, Meg. They'll be back there in October for the Big Ten championship.
Oklahoma State, they didn't race Kayla Edwards, but they lost at their own home meet. They are now not in the top 10.
And I'm going to not need to borrow any of yours for this, but Syracuse, Stanford, big epic showdown that we thought we saw this coming. Stanford didn't even run their 1-2.
Yeah.
Or Osberg, their assumed number 5 guy.
Yeah.
Syracuse, strong showing out of Jay Knight. Boy from Canada, Justin Knight, took out, broke the course record. Rough day for Joel Hubbard, though. He dropped out. Colin Binney, not looking as strong as we saw him at the end of last year, but there's a lot of heat there. Supposedly, it was a rough conditions.
And the good thing is, it's only September, so calm down, people. Calm
you know
down.
what? We even, our own Gordon Mack, he even ran the stats, though. If McGordy and Fisher were there, Osberg was there, Hubbard would have stayed in the race. If Henry Wynn was there,
in the race,
BYU still would have come out on top. So who's number 1?
Who is number 1?